for the ladies that's listening, because I just like to be honest. With ladies, you just kind of know women are just sometimes just late to shit. If we say we're going to link up at 6, let's link at 6. If it's 6:30, 6:45, you still telling me that you getting ready, you're clear.
But I give women the grace in general.
Yeah.
You get your shit together fucking with me. Oh my God, I don't want to hear that shit because chances are you going to show up here and I'm not going to think you drop dead gorgeous.
How late does like it go down a point of gorgeous?
Yeah.
First of all, you're late and then you showed up and I don't feel like stunned. You know what I mean? I don't feel like, wow, like I see you put all this time and effort into getting ready.
But then Wolf, she done beat her face to the God,
right?
Got the lace front glued, melted. She was in the mirror like, oh my God, do I look fat? Took pictures, sent it to her friends. And you get there and you might not even look gorgeous.
That's a really good point.
You say it's harsh. It's the truth.
Because I have female friends who will be having their man be like, I'm picking you up at 6 o'clock. And then man will be downstairs at 6 o'clock.
If I'm whipping it,
yeah.
And I'm downstairs,
go ahead.
Just sitting with the AC on.
Not okay.
I don't care. I'm hot. I'm curious what you prepared.
He didn't prepare.
I figured he didn't prepare.
He didn't prepare nothing.
When he wrote,
I'm sorry, I ain't gonna out you like
recording?
that.
Yeah. He wrote. So I'm gonna look over here. When Billy wrote in the group chat and was like, "Hey, we gotta make some fire content," I was like, "Billy, what's the content?" I ain't hear from him for 2 weeks. For 2 fucking weeks. Bleep that because it's the first 7 minutes of YouTube. 2 weeks I ain't hear from him. So now I want to know what we're doing. Also, I got 2 names for you: Billy Van Gogh and Billy Da Vinci.
I like Billy Da Vinci.
You know why, right?
Billy Secrets?
You know why?
No, why?
Because you're a painter.
Whoa.
That's right.
A painter?
I'm a painter.
So
I didn't forget about this. You told me this last time.
When?
Last time we taped.
And I told you I painted on somebody? Yeah. I have to stop doing this show. What did I say exactly?
That's the only gay terminology I really know like that.
Billy Da Vinci. I thought she was calling me Da Vinci because it's like Da Vinci like a secret or like Da Vinci Code or something.
Da Vinci Code is
I was like, oh, like, it sounds fire.
No.
But Billy Van Gogh?
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh.
Also,
that was a Brick in Brooklyn.
Also another painter.
Only paint I know is the Mona Lisa.
That's a painting.
But I told you I painted on somebody on this show.
I believe so.
You say a lot of shit, bro.
Yeah, I have to stop podcasting.
Podcasting got a nigga caught
Yeah,
up.
podcasting is ruining my life.
Mm-hmm. Is it?
It is.
Why?
I'm putting niggas' underwears on my face.
You missed that part.
No, I know the story.
Oh, you know the story. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So technically he got nutted on his face.
That was the conclusion?
Well, yeah, because there was nut stains on the underwear.
You didn't tell me that.
Oh,
I thought that. Yeah. Oh, well, haven't spoke about this on the show, though.
You were weird ass nigga, bro.
I'm not weird ass nigga. All right, so I did. The clip is probably going to be out by the time this episode drops. Who knows? It's probably going to be out at the same time.
Imagine it never comes out.
That clip was guaranteed. I'm guaranteed it will come out. If you don't put that clip out, you're dumb.
So if your significant other hits you up,
right,
and is like, "Hey, so like,
right,
there's nut stain on that underwear," and you just put another man's underwear on your face, what do you like? What's your response to that?
Babe, it's content.
That has that worked for you?
I don't gotta say shit like that. Listen, listen. I'm in a different lane. I'm in a different lane of content.
I've had to say that before.
Are you're like 100%? You're not lying. You're not putting extras on it. It was nut on them drawers.
Yeah, if you watch the clip, people like, yo, it's a nut stain right there.
Like, how did you know?
Backstory
like, you see it?
First of all, welcome to the Needs to Be Studied podcast. But then Wolf, Eddin, hi brothers.
That logo should look familiar. Just want to say that.
Yeah, you know I was gonna say my logo twin?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a logo.
Nah, we ain't logo twins.
Actually, we're just talking about how people steal stuff and don't recreate it. And I actually did it to him.
I
didn't even use AI for my shit.
Takes one to know one.
So I did Tahoe's podcast, the Hard or Soft Show.
Yes.
And basically, I was telling him like the guy I like said that he liked to the guy I'm talking to, he liked to smell underwears, right? And he liked the scent of a man, human seasoning, right? So I was like, yo, just so happens I like to do it too. I like the smell of it too, right? So I picked it up. I picked it up. I told Tahoe to go get the underwear and let me sniff it.
Oh, you picked it
right?
up.
And I said, go in the dirty clothes because I don't want the clean underwears. I want to smell the human seasoning. And I sniffed his underwear and he was like, look, there's a little nut stain right there. And I was like,
that's what Tahoe said.
Yeah. So at first I didn't see it, but I was like, oh, it's right there. And he was like, but now you got to wrap it. Now you got to wrap it around your head. And I was like, all right. So I wrapped it around my face.
Drawers.
Not that big.
Wrap it.
But I was like this.
Very respectfully.
It wasn't that big.
Nah, like I mean this very respectfully. As a man that has a big head, you got a big head. So for the fact that he said wrap Was it big drawers?
No, it wasn't big. It was like boxers. So you
Like
know what
briefs? Briefs or
it was like
Oh, it was boxers.
it was not box. It was boxer briefs. So you had time to be able to wrap it around your head.
I mean, I don't know if you
know-
can do all that. But.
You know. So I did it. It smelled delightful. You know, it was a great scent.
He showed you the nut stain. You saw it for your
Yes.
own eyes. You can confirm.
And you went
Yes.
nose first?
Huh?
You went nose first?
It,
you go tongue
it
first?
actually touched my whole face.
You like that.
It smelled really good.
You liked it.
Because it didn't stink, but it smelled like you smelled his nutsack.
At least it didn't stink.
Like his nuts been sweating. You don't know where his nuts been. You don't know how
Like, he
his
was a
nut
hard working.
healthcare regimen is like.
Yeah.
You don't know none of that. It's just like, fuck it. don't
Tahoe's
matter.
a good looking guy, so I would like to assume that he took care of himself.
You missed another part that he said earlier.
Okay,
that
yeah,
I don't know if I want to repeat per se.
Oh, no, he told me what he said. What you said?
I was like, he basically nut on your face.
and that's how I would love for Tahoe to not on my face.
All right.
You know, when your man hears this,
It's like,
he's not going to be happy. He might not care about the underwear part.
But I would like for-
Because I forgot that they both enjoy that, by the way.
yeah.
So do y'all just sniff each other's underwears?
well, we never sniffed each other's underwear, so that's the problem. I sniffed Tahoe's underwear before I sniffed.
So you like the scent of just musty balls. Like it don't matter.
not
like,
musty, human seasoning.
That don't make
musk,
it better.
musk, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter to you having a connection to the person at all. Because me personally, I don't just want to just smell some
Yeah.
panties that smell like pussy just because they smell like pussy.
I wouldn't want to smell y'all's, but I think Tahoe
You
because
piss me off.
wait,
This guy pisses me off.
say?
Come here.
This is like emotional. Like
Come here.
you're
Started. Come on in. It's cool.
you're putting you walked in at a good time. You're putting emotional ties to sniffing someone's panties.
I don't think pussy smell good, so good that it's just like, oh, as a fragrance by itself, I enjoy the fragrance.
No,
It's
yeah,
not like a
I'm not
flower.
dapping.
You
pussy
never-
juice on
But
my-
he is though.
You never snuffed panties before?
That's not the question here.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Now
What I'm
it's the
saying is like, if I enjoy, first of all, if my mom is watching this, stop watching.
Yeah, if my mom is watching this, I'm sorry.
Yeah, please stop.
My mom don't support. Thank you.
Listen, if I'm smelling panties, it's because of the girl, the body that it's wrapped around. You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
It's because of the girl, not just because of the fragrance of what pussy smell like.
No,
I'm not just-
That's not why I'm doing it. Like,
Yes, it
Tahoe's
is.
No,
It is.
Tahoe's an attractive man.
You don't know that.
and I know I wouldn't. I don't know if he's attractive.
No, you don't know that nigga. You don't have a connection.
Oh,
to him.
I don't know, but I'm cool with him, and I think he's attractive. So I feel like you lucky I didn't lick the nut.
You did a little bit.
No, I didn't.
You
I was,
Just a little
when it was
bit.
covering your face.
You're like, you're not gonna see this.
was that too much? All right, so also you do happen to pick, like, if your girl left her panties there, you will pick it up and say,
Oh, I don't know about all that.
I mean, yeah, I don't know about that. What I'm saying is that I understand having like to be attracted to the pheromones of your person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To I get that. You know what I mean?
okay.
But what I'm saying
Pheromones,
is,
big word.
just for anybody though, I don't know, because it's like I'm not assuming that all women is clean just because she's fucking attractive either.
But I assume Tahoe is clean.
Wolfinism.
But anyway, I'm glad you liked it. That's all that matters.
I'm glad you had a good time, honestly.
Yeah, that's all.
So So my question, because we're all content creators, where's that line that we need to stop as content creators to respect our partner?
Someone's underwear on my face with,
Okay.
with the
That's
really strong.
it's hard.
Yeah,
Hard
that's
stop.
hard stop.
Hard
Yeah.
stop. 100%.
So
think
that
I'm
would be
stopping
if you saw your girl put a man's underwear on her face on camera.
Huh?
My girl.
Yeah,
If another man's drawers on my girl's face, that's
Clip.
not my girl no more.
Clip.
but we do things for content. Sometimes we say things, and it'd be real things, but
It's got to be a better way.
Exactly. But I'm gonna also say that if some girl's panties were on my face, I get why she would be tight too. It goes both ways. It's a double-edged sword.
your girl coming home, like you coming home from your work, and your girl want to suck your dick because it has that tart taste, that raw taste, like you've been working all day taste.
But she got to deal with that, not me.
Yeah.
Do y'all do that with the same thing with pussy? Sometimes y'all want that tart taste of pussy.
Me, no. That's not for me.
I've had like this is like I'm so sorry. I've had like a day's worth of a woman's scent, but it
Yeah.
wasn't like tart.
Yeah.
Oh,
It wa- like, you know, if it was tart, I
Well,
wouldn't
no,
be there.
What it's saying is like you've done it before.
Yeah.
But he asking like, do you desire that though? Is
Not
what he's asking.
necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Do you desire tart?
He does.
Hey, don't
He
speak for
does.
me.
He
asked me a
desires
question.
it.
You do kind
You
of.
know what I mean? So if it just come with it, because it's like it's
It's
6
hard like a bad
p.m.
word. Because if hard is a bad word, what's the word?
Hard is not
Hard.
attractive at all. I just can't even think about nothing. You know what I mean? But that's you though.
It's a must.
I was telling Wolf. So
Like
first, I told the nigga like, I do Wild Show on the podcast. He was like, I'm gonna start looking at your podcast. But I was like,
At least
please.
get paid for that shit. Like, damn, Patreon, something.
I told him don't. But you know what? His podcast come on Patreon now. However, the clip is not on fucking Patreon.
No,
That's where I'm
marketing.
fucking screwed.
That is free marketing.
That's where I'm fucking screwed.
Great marketing.
But he
marketing.
so
I'd boost that post.
Yeah, 100%. I'm
Boost
putting
that
money, I'm putting money
post.
behind that for sure.
Absolutely.
100%. It's a great.
Oh, I got $20 on it.
$20 on it.
Just to
Yeah.
just to boost it.
Give me $30.
Hell no, you ain't doing nothing.
As a business aspect, that's great for Tahoe. It's great business.
Yeah.
Yeah, and-
Real, I don't know.
Yeah.
Might ruin your relationship.
It might ruined it. And I just feel like I need to stop doing so much shit on this podcast because it's just ruining my
How many relationships of yours have been ruined from this podcast?
probably 2.
It's a lot. 2 is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But
How many relationships have been ruined from you because of your show? It could be friendships, by the way, too. It doesn't have to be romantic.
Ruined. I'm gonna say I don't
Tainted.
know. I want to say no, but then it's like I don't actually know. I probably said some shit that rubbed somebody the wrong way.
Yeah.
But I don't
Really?
actually know though.
but you're so like positive, so how can it rub them the wrong way?
Well, I started my podcast talking about positive shit, but then I started talking about relationships and shit too.
Yo, and then that shit went crazy.
You know my favorite thing I learned about Wolf that I learned about Wolf on the podcast?
Here we go.
He dated a girl with a missing leg.
I did.
And she,
How was that?
It was great. She was an amazing.
I
girl.
feel like it wouldn't be any different than from the 2 legs.
Yeah, she was an
No,
amazing.
nigga.
Probably
Just
talks as
said-
much.
She went in the pool and what did she say? what sound did the leg make?
Trying to get
when she
Wolf
took her
so
leg
bad.
off?
Wait, what?
She popped the leg off, and that's when I realized that she
Cool.
had one leg. I didn't know.
I think that's kind of dope. I'm not
It
gonna
was
lie to
dope.
you.
It was dope. Cause it was just like she confident. She like she don't see herself any different.
We don't need every woman to have 2 legs.
You could date a missing limb.
Let me try. Yo. Let me try.
Shout out to that girl, man.
I don't even want to see my father because he's missing a leg and a finger and an arm. Like that's so much limbs missing, limb by limb.
You don't want to look at you Matt Caribbean. You don't want to look at your own father.
No, because it's like, bro,
You don't love that nigga?
fuck that. Hell no.
Oh, okay, never mind.
There you go.
Oh, so
there you have it.
I don't think it's the fingers missing.
But even my aunt, I love my aunt, and she's missing a toe, and I'll be like, yo, put your socks on.
That's insane. That's insane. You can't control that.
No, she couldn't control her diabetes, but she failed to. So now she got
like
a toe missing,
shit.
and now she look like a fucking
Oh shit.
It's only one. Which toe?
Oh shit.
pinky.
Oh, that's not bad.
Nigga said she couldn't control her diabetes.
If it was the big toe, then I'd like,
oh
okay.
the
shit.
big, yeah, like I don't want to see that.
Oh my
All right,
God.
so the pop quiz is our icebreaker segment. I'm not gonna ask the question Wolf asks, but I'm not gonna ask the question Wolf hates.
Wolf looks so disgusted. When YouTube, go on YouTube right now, look at Wolf's face. Wolf looks so disgusted, and I don't know why. But
Because Wolf hates the question when I ask everybody, and I love the different answers of
you better have not asked me this already.
no, I'm not gonna do that. I want to change it. No, my answer is your credit recovery. What is something that you learned in the relationship that you are now using in your life now? Something that you failed at doing before, but now using in your life.
That's a kind of a good question. But like any kind of relationship, can it be situationship? Does it have to be girlfriend?
No, it could be situationships.
Yeah.
Don't. I mean, don't fully commit to things that you're not prepared for. I think that's probably one. Like I've been in situationships where I've done overly boyfriend things when I'm not trying to be their boyfriend, and then next thing I know, I'm in line of being the next boyfriend. I'm like, whoa, how'd you get this? And
What
then
would you do that was boyfriend like?
the worst thing I've ever done is I bought a woman flowers
Worse?
when they were when they were all the way in Italy. They were having a bad time during the trip in Italy. So
Italy.
then I stood up, and they were in
It's fire.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know,
That's really that's tight.
you know what I'm saying?
But he's
then,
a Virgo.
you know,
He's a Virgo. He's
Is that-
a
Hold on.
romantic.
Finish it. Is that it?
It was just that was really it. It was just that they were in Italy. They were having a bad time during they were
Nice
on a family
gesture.
trip, and then I was just like, okay, well, you know what? We'll make her feel better when she goes back to her hotel room. She'll have this nice bouquet of flowers
hard.
to look forward to. But I had to be up at like 6 a.m. because of Italy time and whatever
Right.
to just make sure to get. But then like while I was just trying to make it more of a calm situation because she didn't even live in the same state as me, it was getting a little bit more intense. So because that was happening, I was like, "Ooh, I'm messing up here," because now I got to wind this down.
Right.
And trying to wind that down without hurting any feelings is damn.
So she was giving you vibes like, oh, he wants to be my man.
Yeah.
And you like, I fuck
I was
with
just
you.
trying to be nice.
So I'm just being a gentleman,
fuck?
Yeah.
realistically.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I don't see anything wrong with that, though.
No. It's just, I understand when you overextend a certain sentiment that it could be read as something that it's not.
Is that your problem, though?
A little bit.
I don't think so.
A little bit. Because I'm also like mildly a habitual relationship jumper.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe like 1 year or every other year and a half, I'll probably have a different relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I'm single now, but it's just
That's your thing. You like to be in yeah.
yeah.
Like-
So I think that's where it's a problem for me, because then I do move things like that, and it's not with like with malintent. It's
right.
just,
It's just like you can't be a gentleman. That's
Yeah, I
the part I
just
don't
feel like
understand. That's
that-
very nice. That's
yeah,
very
that was
kind. of
very-
you.
you have to be. You can be a gentleman. I think you have to be aware of where certain gentlemanly, if that's a word,
Yeah.
actions could maybe lead someone to thinking that you'd want something a little bit more serious than what you really want. Because if you're just a situationship, I think there is a boundary of where it's too far. Like, what's too far for you?
I think that's some bullshit.
You don't think so?
Yeah, I
I think
think
that's some
that was.
bullshit.
You don't think there's
I thought
fine
she was gonna
grounds
say
for a situationship?
Well, I think that it can be, but I also think that like women are also having situationships with niggas who doing fucking complete bullshit to them, and they deal with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you don't know how to deal with me not wanting to be in a relationship with you, but me having a beautiful gesture. But you're dealing with somebody else, and he treats you like shit, and you still going through that shit.
I think they subconsciously sign up for that though.
What I'm saying is not your fault. You know what I mean? Because like as a good man, it's like, you know what? I have a caring heart. Maybe I don't want to spend the rest of my life with you.
Yeah.
But at this moment though, I want to do something nice and let you know that you matter.
So she took it as that. Oh, you want to be.
She like it was like a gradual thing, right? Also, we would talk often, so it's things
Okay,
like
sure,
that.
yeah.
It's all that stuff.
Sure,
so talking
sure,
often
sure.
when we're not even in the
Yeah.
same state, let alone the same country at that
Sure,
moment.
sure.
And then I'm sending you flowers.
Okay.
That's where I put the
Sure.
blame on myself.
You know-
'Cause it's like it was a lot of things at once. It wasn't just
Sure.
the flowers.
Sure, yeah.
But I understand your point at the same time, which is like, yes,
the fuck?
I should be able to do a kind gesture.
Yeah.
I do think though, even and at that point we didn't even establish that what we are.
Right. You're just in the vibe
Right.
of it.
I do think there is a fine line. I think there's an expectancy whenever someone ain't shit be treating shorty like bad and all that
Right.
stuff, right?
Mhm.
Same way that if like a dude is doing too much or enough or the right things, it's like, oh, he might want me to be like his
That's
girl.
the
Or
story of my
something.
Yeah.
life, bro. For real. Story of
Yep.
my life.
I
Yeah.
am at
That's
this
why I
new,
feel so strongly about it though.
I'm in this new stage of my delusion to where my delusional besties, shout out to y'all. Before you could say, oh, everything was my man, right? But I learned that I'm just calling everybody my man now because I'm running into good guys who are really like filling that void that I need, like the physical touch or just the quality time or just give me the affirmations that I need. And I was like, oh, I never
Now,
felt,
when you say that void,
huh?
when you say that void,
Because I dealt with people in my past relationships who never gave it to me.
you mean emotional?
What you mean? No, yeah.
I thought you meant your
Emotionally-
physical void. That's why I was asking.
No, wait. No, it could be physical void too. It's easy to fuck somebody, right? But I'm not getting the pleasure that I really want, like, because a nut is a nut to some niggas, you feel me? Or I'm not get the physical touch. I mean, is when like, just put your arms around me or rub my leg. Be gay for a second.
Just be
you know?
affectionate.
Be gay for a
For a
second
second.
is
Yeah.
fucking
I
hilarious.
was fucking with hood niggas, so they didn't know how to do that because their mothers didn't love them properly, right?
Is that what that is? That how that works?
Damn.
I don't know. I don't know.
It was just a shot I took. Bang, bang.
Yeah.
Then he's like, my podcast is bringing me trouble.
Right.
Do shit like this.
I wonder why.
Be gay for a second and it's two dudes is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, be gay for a second and just so like the guys. Hold on, don't want to get in trouble.
Guys,
When a guy that I'm dating,
that's
a
crazy.
guy I'm dating, it's just like he's just overly touchy feely.
Yeah.
and it was like that felt good because it makes me feel like present. I'm with you. I'm happy to be around you. To compare to what I was getting before, so it's just like because I lacked all that stuff, I tend to like the person more. But now I'm learning how to come out that delusion of trying to accept like it's out there. Now, is this person my partner? Who knows? You feel me? There's some things that person still needs to work on. but I know it's out there. So I'm trying to, that's where my delusion is like getting kind of blurred. Cause even my homegirl yesterday, we was out for drinks and she was like, I'm gonna call this nigga. And I'm like, why? She was like, because, I'm drunk. And I was like, no, we're just missing the lack of touch that we received.
Was that like an ex?
It was her situationship.
Your current situationship or past?
Oh, past situationship.
A good drunk call is nice though. I ain't gonna lie. Call me slizzard and shit. Tell me the real truth. Tell me how you really feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like.
And then you're laughing.
No, drunk calls are horrible.
No, it's great.
I told her snap out of it.
It's great.
What's the last drunk call you did?
Yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Yeah.
It was just out. He was just out.
Yeah. Well, guess what?
Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do. What's your credit recovery? Oh, I think I asked you this before.
What is it again? Like, say what's the question?
It's basically what's something that you're learning.
Mm-hmm.
Something that you learned
from a previous relationship.
I'll probably say the same thing. I'm gonna keep.
So I'm gonna change it because I want you to say the same thing.
Okay.
Sexually, what did you learn about sex that you from before that you're using now?
Damn, I have an answer for that too.
Yep, I'm coming back to you.
What did I learn about sex? I don't know. Probably nothing.
Ain't no way, G.
I don't think so. Maybe like I don't know. I don't think so.
For me, it's just being patient and taking your time. I do feel like do you guys feel like you've incredibly evolved from your first time to now?
No.
Yes.
No?
Mm-mm.
You think it's the same? You've been the same?
Just about.
Do you mind if I ask when was the first? How long ago was the first time for you? Because for me, it was 13 years.
It wasn't
coming up.
It wasn't that long ago. I'll say that.
Like less than 10 years?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
You're 30? No.
32.
Not you doing the math, nigga.
The fuck? I don't know why you were like 30 or like 29 for something.
Yeah. Somebody told me that yesterday. It was like, nigga, I thought you was 29. I said,
yeah,
it's the gym. I was working.
Here.
Oh, don't gaslight me.
Wow.
But,
and you feel like you've not changed in your performance in the bedroom since then.
I think the only thing that I don't even know if I can say that. I think the only thing that I've really learned is how to
love,
for lack of a better word. You know what I mean? For lack of a better word, how to utilize aggression more. Maybe. And more so in the sense of like understanding the dark side of like sensual masculinity in the sense of like, because I'm already such an affectionate, slow pace, slow burn type of person, you know what I mean? But then it's a world where you could just be like, yo, like, I don't know. Just like, I'm trying to think of a way it's not corny. Like I might walk over to you, just bend you over. I might just pull your pants down. I'm going to take you right here, right now. Like, that's not an aspect of myself I always was because I just thought that like, oh, you must be a misogynist if you do something like that.
No, because there's a way to be consentfully.
So that's what I mean. Just kind of get into like, get into a sensual part of your masculinity where it's like, that's still okay.
Yeah.
But like, I've always been like attentive, patient, always been slow, been mad, caressing, all that type of shit. You know what I mean? Kisses, the whole foreplay thing has always been very instinctive to me.
Because you're such a, not quiet person, but because you're like a calm person, what's a BDSM or kink that you're interested in that you think you might want to try?
Well, I'm not into any BDSM that I'm not being the dom in. So just that off top.
Well, then how about as a dom?
I don't know. I realize I'm very vanilla. I'm not into, I think I'm okay with trying stuff, but I'm really not that excited by certain shit.
If she say pee on me, would you pee on her?
Ooh.
No.
The nigga caught me on that clip. This podcast ruins my life.
You do it yourself.
Yeah.
And I was talking about how I got pissed on. He was like, oh, you like that? I said, he said, did you get peed on or did someone pee? Oh, did you pee on them? I said,
both ways.
Yeah, one way.
I think I could relate to that though. Like I don't think, and mind you, even with working with like horrible and shit like that, I've always still found myself to be in more of a vanilla space.
Yeah, more so than anything. Yeah,
or nothing extreme.
Nothing extreme.
Because I've heard the extreme. We've all definitely
seen it,
extreme.
bro. We've seen it all.
Yeah, but then I'm like, oh, that's cool, but like that's not what I'm into.
So it's like handcuffs and blindfolds, like vanilla.
That's normal.
That's normal.
That's normal. And even now, I don't necessarily.
I'm not even a fan of that either.
Yeah. Let me just say, me and Eddin now have been working in.
I thought you were going a whole different route.
No,
I was like,
bro, let me clean it up. Hold on. Remix. Me and Eddin have been working.
On the hoe.
We've been working in the sexual podcast industry for a long time.
Yeah,
we didn't see shit y'all niggas had never even fucking heard of.
Yeah,
please believe me. You know what I mean? I didn't seen enough to know. I'm cool with the regular.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Okay.
It's like, you know how like the stereotypical dudes want. I mean, I would don't quote me on this. Very stereotypical dudes would love the idea of having 2 women at the same time and etc. Right? Even that,
I'm good on that too.
Like I would love that would be cool, right?
Yeah.
That's some cool shit.
Mhm.
But then people get into the world and no kink shame. People get into the world of like being able to be a cuck and shit like that. And I'm like, ooh,
Yeah.
or the vice versa. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not. I know that's not my thing. Or people being able to be polyamorous. I think that's really dope, right?
Yeah,
and very open minded. I feel like I understand how that could properly work, and that's a real thing. I can't do that. That's not my.
I can't do the poly shit, but there was a time where I was a cuck, and it wasn't, but it was like half cuck because I wasn't.
Half cuck is crazy.
Yeah, half cuck is
Half
interesting.
cuck. Explain.
How can you like?
Because I was watching my ex get head, and it was like
That's not half
cuck,
cuck.
nigga.
That's cuck.
You all the
But
way
it
in
was
the
an
game.
ex.
You in the game.
You still cucking. You enjoying another. You enjoying a person you find that you are attached to
exactly
being dominated by another
by
person.
somebody else.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
it's
cool
okay.
cuck.
Anyway,
cuck.
you too deep in the game. You smell niggas' draws and shit. How old
That's
was the
nothing
draws?
though.
How old was them draws? Do you know?
Why you come on? Because now you going to ask questions.
How long
for
did it
the
take
nigga to ask me?
Like, did he
questions.
pull him out from the hamper?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how long did it take? Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. But how long did it take for him to pull it out from the hamper?
He did come back kind of quick.
Okay, so it was like at the top.
Clap your hands if you think I'm crazy for this.
I'm not judging you though.
Yeah, you don't think I'm crazy for this?
I'm not judging you.
I'm not judging you either.
I'm not judging you. I mean,
You know what? I was gonna play this clip at the live show. Cut it out.
No, you should.
No, you should.
It's gonna hit.
The
It's
nigga's gonna be there.
So,
That's not my
nigga. Oh, but he knows already, right? He don't know yet.
No, the clip didn't come out
Is
yet.
your entire family gonna be there again?
No. Oh,
You just gotta
my
tell
little brothers and my sister probably.
You got to talk to him.
Nigga, that's the only time I got 21 siblings.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that the entire family.
I saw the table.
That-
The table. I was there sitting, and I was like, "Yo, that's his whole family."
You just got to talk to him and let him know, bro. It's better that way than him to find out with the rest of the world.
So,
You don't know when Tahoe gonna drop the fucking clip.
Yo, I told Wolf. I said,
Yeah, she's right.
I told Wolf. I said, what do I do? How do you stop somebody from seeing your post? I don't have to put it in my story,
I just don't accept the collaboration.
but
all I would
I
do.
can't do that with Tahoe.
Yeah, you can.
You can.
The fuck? Yes, you can.
Clip is gonna do well.
Yeah,
You have a point.
yeah,
You have a point.
yeah.
Hopefully, it does not make it to. But then the friends don't help either because the friends gonna be like, "Is this Billy?" Because even the other day, Art asked me to do him a favor on the radio station for Angela Yee. So I'm like, okay, let me do it. He asked me to call in, right? So I called in. I'm thinking no one's gonna listen. I used a fake name and everything. 2 minutes later, my mom and my stepdad calls me like, "Was you just on the radio?" I said, "Oh fuck."
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
This New York, bro. It's smaller than we all know.
Yo, it's mad small.
It's mad
It's
small.
not crazy.
For real.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're gonna go to our chemistry class, which is our relationship segment. From your experience in dating, what's the most common thing that you see that makes you don't want to be in a relationship with that person anymore?
Terrible work ethic. Terrible work ethic. I come from a very
That's a good
hardworking
one.
family that it's a good thing because both of my parents are hard workers,
Mhm.
but it comes with a lot of anxiety is the double-edged sword of it all.
Mhm.
And if I realize that my partner doesn't have a similar, I actually learned this in therapy. If they don't have similar work ethics or drive or ambition,
Yes.
unfortunately, that doesn't make me too happy. So that's something I've gotten to learn.
Completely agree with
100%.
you.
Yeah.
I think that's why my relationship. I literally just told my brother that yesterday. I was like, "You have a lack of ambition. I don't know how your girlfriend wants to be with you." But
That's real.
That's real. It's fuck.
I can't see somebody just being comfortable, and that's what my ex from I was talking about that wanted to link up. He was convincing to me about his man, like he doesn't have a lack of ambition. Like you see how you move and you do this and this. I love that shit. This nigga don't have it. I was like, okay, well I can't help you with that.
That's usually when I hear people cheating and doing stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's because their partner ain't doing it.
Mm-hmm.
it's like you have
Yeah.
to do something for yourself,
I'm
and then
attracted.
as your partner, I'm gonna be there to help support you and follow your dreams. The same way I want you to be supportive and help me follow my dreams.
Yeah.
But you can't act like the world's against you every day.
Yeah.
Like if you okay,
Loser's mentality.
Yeah.
That's very unattractive.
like I make a decent amount of money in this food industry, and it's because I like to travel. I like certain things. So when I was a young kid working at McDonald's, I was like, "Oh, this is my check look like." And I remember going to the boss. I was like, "What's your check like every week?" And she was like, "Why?" And I was like, "I just want to know. Maybe I could be inspired." And when she told me the number, I was like, "Yeah, I need to get to your position." And then every other job I went to, I made more than the last. And it was just like, and then fuck that, like this podcast and shit. Like bro, we about to have another live show. When the last check from the last live show, August 24th, I was like, oh, this is a nice check. This could cover the studio set. This could cover 8 studio sessions. You know, merch is about to drop. Guess what? Like, those are all things of trying to have it. Like, my mind is always racing, and it's like my mind is racing. And I come home, and then you just sitting on the couch just doing nothing. It's just like such a turn off.
Y'all not equally yoked at that.
Yeah, like no ambition.
Yeah,
get the fuck out of here. What about you?
Respect for time. I'm real big on respect for time, and I know like. With ladies, you just kind of know women are just sometimes just late to shit. You know what I mean? They're getting ready, spending forever getting ready. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you're gonna have to respect my time. So like, if we say we gonna link up at this time, if we say we gonna link up at 6, let's link at 6. If it's 6:30, 6:45, you still telling me that you getting ready, you're clear. We gonna go through with this date. But you're finished already. You're not going to see me again.
That is disrespectful.
Looks like you guys are not having a second date. Or
yeah.
It's not going to be the second.
All right, so you said it's me at 6. What's the grace period? Because I think
6:15.
Grace period 6:15.
But I'm like you. I give my friends and or potential dates a almost 15-minute grace period.
Yeah.
Like,
you also got to keep me in the loop of what's going on too, because a lot of motherfuckers would be like, "Yo, it's closer to the time." Then they say, "Oh my God, I'm still getting." I don't want to hear that shit because chances are you gonna show up here and I'm not gonna think you drop dead gorgeous.
No way. How late? How late does like it go down a point of gorgeous?
Yeah. Like,
no, what I'm saying is like you first of all, you're late. And then you showed up and I don't feel like stunned. You know what I mean? I don't feel like, wow, like I see you put all this time and effort into getting ready. The sequence.
I get what he's saying.
You get what I'm saying? It's like, I don't like, damn, this is what you made. This is why you late.
For as long as you took, you better look like a Halle Berry.
You better look,
or
I
Beyonce.
just want to feel that intention.
But then Wolf, she done beat her face to the God,
right?
Got the lace front glued, melted. She was in the mirror like, oh my God, do I look fat? Took pictures, sent it to her friends. And you get there and you might not even look gorgeous to her.
Yeah. Please don't get me started, bro. I'm just saying like, because.
No, that's a really good point.
That makes a man feel good when you respect his time. That makes me feel loved.
Yeah.
For sure. We all have our different things. I feel loved because it's like, man, you take me so serious, or you care about my time, my energy so much that you like, yo, I'm showing up. Tell me when and where. Made me feel good. It also makes me think like it might be something to this. But people very quickly, easily eliminate themselves from that point for me, easily, because most people don't value time.
Fuck, I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think about like, all right, if you are this late, you better look fucking amazing.
You better look fucking amazing. And the fuck you talking about?
I mean, every time my nigga be late, he be looking amazing and I be looking amazing. But there is a time where, like, recently I had to meet him and I felt so bad because I knew we gave each other like a 15-minute grace period.
Yeah.
But my 15-minute grace period turned into 45 minutes and I just felt so bad. And he didn't say nothing about it. But I know if I don't wait for somebody for 45 minutes, I'm pissed the fuck off.
Me.
So, you know, so it's just like, yeah. But I think that was kind of harsh what you said. I might not even think you look that good. Like, that's me.
No, but it's just listen, let me tell you something. For the ladies,
I get what he means though.
For the ladies that's listening, because I just like to be honest. You know what I mean? If you're late and when you show up, that man don't see, I get it, you fucked up. You say it's harsh, it's the truth. And I'm not saying it to be rude, it's just a true thought. Like, you show up and it's like, I don't necessarily care about the way you smell. I don't like the way you put the fit together. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean?
Double homicide.
I'm here like, I'm just glad you're here. It was like, you stink.
Yeah.
Nah.
Shit ain't glued right.
I'm not paying for your food, bitch.
And your shirt's untucked.
Listen, we gonna still have a good night. I'm gonna still treat you like a gentleman. I'm opening doors. I'm opening car doors. I'm paying. I'm still gonna do what I said I was gonna do, but now I know this person don't take me that serious.
From one time, or does it have to be multiple times?
I think it shouldn't happen the second time. I put it like that. It shouldn't happen the second time.
We in New York City. There's traffic, the trains.
So the first time it happened, yeah.
But you know exactly, and as much as you know, it's as much as when I've been late to things. I know better.
Yeah.
You know,
just being honest.
But you know what?
Just being honest.
There's things that you know that you have to be on time for work. I'll be late all the time. They hit me with the write up the other day.
We talking about something else though. You know what I mean?
But
yeah.
It's like certain things, like if I'm meeting Mandy or meeting you, I know I want to be on time to have a good impression. But sometimes it's like if you meeting a person that you fucking with, it's like first date, okay, it's not okay to be late. You get the 15-minute grace period, But
You don't take me serious if you late.
but-
You don't take me serious.
And to your point, what you just said, if you were to see me or Manny or something,
Exactly.
like that, to his point,
Exactly.
it's like
And that's the whole problem, though. That's
When
how I know. Yeah.
when you go see Wolf, you better be thinking like you seeing
Yeah.
Mandy or me. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would say, definitely, if I knew it was a trigger for you, I would make sure I'm on time.
It's a trigger for everybody.
Because I have female friends who will be having their man be like, I'm picking you up at 6 o'clock. And their man will be downstairs at 6 o'clock.
If I'm whipping it,
Yeah.
and I'm
Go ahead.
downstairs,
Go ahead.
just sitting
Yeah.
with the AC on.
Not okay.
I don't care. I'm hot.
Not okay.
I'm hot. I'm
Not
there
okay.
like waiting.
Not
and I'm
okay.
like, and then I have to call you. Yo, I remember I used to watch. Yo,
Not okay.
bless my mom. I remember when my dad would come pick us up because we about to go do some grocery shopping. I go with him to grab the car, and she's still taking her time. Yo, I love that y'all mentioned this. And she's taking it. He would be tight, and I would be there like as a kid, like, why is he so upset? And now as a grown man, oh man, that's so crazy. I said this.
Yeah.
As a grown man, I'm like, yo, I get tight.
I get tired.
Waiting the whip, just
Yeah.
being like. And there's a clock here. There's a clock on my phone. I'm like, oh,
'Cause you don't feel as important anymore. So like, I can only speak from a hetero.
But what if they
perspective.
trying to dress up for you and make sure they look good for you, even though you may not be like, damn, bitch.
Let me. It's a bad sign for a guy. I'm not saying that they can't turn into the love of your life. I'm not saying that. Like, just because she late one time to me, she's a piece of shit and throw her away forever. Like, no, I'm not saying that. But it's not a good sign because when you care about shit, bro, you do shit a certain kind of way, bro. You know what I mean? Because if Mandy was like, yo, I want to have a conversation about you about possibly, you don't even know what it is, but you know it could advance your life, you're not going to be fucking late.
yeah. But if y'all go into like dinner,
This shit is that serious.
I don't think for me it's that serious.
It's that serious.
That's where I can agree, but it splits for me at the same time.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about getting into a relationship with that person.
We weren't talking about late. This nigga
If they're your girlfriend
missed his
already.
flight.
If they're your girlfriend,
This nigga made me get on a plane by myself to LA because the flight took off at 6. The nigga woke up at 5:45.
Overslept. Yeah, I overslept.
So what if she overslept? Because she took a nap.
that was an exceptional moment.
That's an exceptional moment, though. Yeah, I overslept. Like I said, you ain't just treating a person like they worthless because they was late.
Okay.
But
Nigga, you just said your outfit is trash.
I give
Get
my
out of here.
You better look
I give
good.
my partner a lot more grace, but I can't help it.
we ain't talking about partners, though.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm just saying I would give my partner
Yeah.
a lot more grace. Now, if it's just like we're on a second, third date, I'm not gonna lie. If you pass in the 15-minute mark, I think that's a little lot. But
a lot.
I give women the grace in general.
Especially what women usually do is, bro, if y'all supposed to meet at 6, she might hit you at 6 and be like, I'm running late.
No,
She might hit
that's
you at
trash.
6:07 and be like,
And
I'm
you
running
already
late.
there.
Because really, the grace, you giving 10 minutes or so to be like, she probably around the corner or something like that. And then she'll let you know, oh, boom, boom, boom. And now you know the date's actually going to start at 7:10.
Yeah.
That fucking happened for all people who did. That's
So why don't you lie
girls
about,
do.
But if you know she's always late, why don't you lie about the time?
What do you mean?
Ain't it fucked
Like-
up that I do?
Am I dealing with a grown up or what? Go ahead.
Oh no, I do always assume that they're gonna be late.
Yeah.
You get your shit together, fucking with me.
I get, but I respect it though.
Get your shit together.
Like if you gonna come across me, you gonna come
Get your shit
across
together,
Billy,
fucking with
and
me.
you might come across Wolf,
Because this-
who's gonna be like, you better not be fucking late.
Because this is costing me a lot. You get what I'm saying? First of all, nobody's rich in New York City. Like, I'm gonna speak for my own self.
Fuck your shit, King.
Whatever I got, I don't have a lot of it. I promise you. You know what I mean? Whatever I got is not an unlimited amount of that shit. I got this. This could have went to more groceries. It could have went to the surprise bill. It could have went to the credit cards that I'm not even paying. I'm ignoring. It could have went to some other things. I'm allocating that for you. I'm getting right. I'm making sure I'm getting in the right zone. You know what I mean? I'm trying to put on a show for you. I'm literally, all you got to do is show up.
It's what it is, yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it's like, just show me that you respect that. You know, that's it.
But let me be fair, because this is from experience, right? Let's say you have an outfit in mind that you want to wear,
You
right?
showing up late and you ain't doing shit but showing up and smiling and being a good vibe. That's all you got to do.
But listen-
But what if they're like a really good vibe?
That's great. Then.
But
You know what I mean?
Wolf,
That's great.
but
You don't
Wolf,
think it makes up for the lateness?
I'll forget about the lateness if she's a great vibe. I'll forget about it.
Okay,
I'll forget about it.
let me put myself in the woman's shoes, right?
Okay.
So let's say you have this outfit that, and this happens with me when I'm on the podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have this outfit in mind that you said, I'm gonna wear on the camera, it's gonna look, I'm gonna wear on the date, it's gonna look fire.
Right.
But the day of, the outfit don't look too fire. So
It ain't
now
what
you
you thought
spend
it
the
was.
time trying to find another outfit.
I get that.
And the time is going by.
Tell
And
me.
It's just like, you're not, Okay, tell you.
Keep me in the loop.
Okay.
A lot of the time, girls don't keep niggas in the loop. I know it's 100. First of all, some of the women listening right now, don't be for real. You know what the fuck is going on. You know that this happens.
Say it right there.
You know, I forgot that we had. You know that this happens. You know that happens. You know what I mean? You're gonna tell a nigga last minute. So I'm just saying, it's like, let a nigga know that sometimes you just let a nigga know, like, yo, something happened. I'm gonna be a little late. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be there at this time. Be like, okay, keep me in the loop.
All right. Gil, I love hearing, like, because we're not in our 20s anymore, and in the moment we don't think about these issues.
You're gonna have mad patience for it.
What's something that, like,
a very impatient person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a Gemini.
Maybe like that. Is that what that means?
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
I was
gonna say I'm a Virgo and I'll be impatient. I'll be impatient with myself.
Virgos are definitely impatient.
Yeah.
100%.
So
I have a little patience.
We all got a little patience.
Yeah.
well, for you, how old are you, by the way, if you don't mind me asking?
23.
Oh, you're 23?
Young boy.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Young boy.
Holy fuck. That's like 10 years ago from you.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's sick.
But yeah, do you have a lot of, would you say you have a lot of patience when you go on your dates?
No, because I feel the same way about Wolf. Like, I feel like if you're going to be late, like, at least tell me. You know what I'm saying?
The courtesy of just telling me is one thing.
Yeah, like, that's the easy text, yo. This happened. I'm going to be late. It's that simple.
Yeah, if you don't text at all, I think that's insane. And you know, I think maybe that's another thing in your 30s, I'd say is kind of trash. Any sense of ghosting, I think, is kind of whack as fuck.
Why?
Why'd you look at him?
I don't know.
Have you met my friend Casper, the friendly ghost?
Is that you?
I've been known to be.
I think ghosting is trash as fuck. As fuck.
First of all, he said don't look
As
at
a person
me
who's been ghosted,
before I even looked at him.
a person who's been ghosted, who has ghosted, and has seen many people, men and women, and they've been ghosted in different ways.
I agree.
I think it's trash.
I think it's contextual, to be honest with you. I think majority cases is a better way.
Wolfism.
That is wolfism, right?
I think.
Give me an example where ghosting is okay.
Okay, so I think that if you hanging out with this girl, y'all like each other, y'all interest each other enough to, like, let's hang out a couple times, nothing crazy, you know what I mean? You haven't known her for a long time.
You fucked.
Let's just say you fucked.
Ghosting after you fucked is crazy.
Well, so no, hold on, wait. What do we? So when we say ghosting, are we saying like just no contact?
Radio silence.
Yeah, I think that's fucked up. I'm not, but that's not what I mean when I say ghosting.
What do you do?
Ghosting, I mean, is like I just pull back.
What does that mean?
So to literally,
like you've had it, now you're over it.
So to disappear in a way where it's just like when you text me, I'm not responding to your text messages, and I'm not responding to your calls.
That's ghosting.
I don't do that.
Oh.
I don't do that. That's something else. That's like
you don't talk as like
okay,
that's cutting somebody off.
One word answers is still ghosting.
Does your frequency of text start to lower?
Yeah.
That's kind of ghosting.
But I'm still available though. I'm still like I'm answering text.
No, we get it. The house is haunted, and you're just somewhere in a different room.
It's a haunted house, but,
but you're in a different room. You're like, oh.
I'm just saying, like, I think that sometimes not everything has to be this formal conversation and being like
in your 30s, yes.
Because if I went on a date with somebody like twice, and it wasn't nothing super serious, you know what I mean? It was like we just had fun, and that was genuinely it.
But did you fuck after the second date? That's always my biggest one.
Even if you fucked on the first date.
I think it's crazy to ghost after.
When I'm saying it, I don't think you gotta be like
everybody's older conversation.
If I'm a pull, what I'm saying is if I'm gonna pull back the frequency, let's break it down to this. It's beginning, it's mid tier, then it's heavy as far as like the pressure you applying, right? If you on like mid tier or beginning, you know what I mean, and it's just enough to like, yo, I think you're attractive, you think I'm attractive. Let's go out. We go out, we have drinks. That was cool. Let's do it again. You go out, you have drinks, y'all have sex. What I'm saying is, I don't think I got to make a verbal statement like, hey, I just want to let you know that I'm probably not going to be talking to you that much more.
Why not?
I just think
I don't
that
think that's
most
it.
commonly that typically happens, and I've
Use your common sense.
unproudly done it before, is that after fucking or fornicating.
Is that crazy?
I don't think it's crazy, but it's so common. But I'm not a fan of it.
You're part of the problem.
No,
You're the reason why the pool is like this.
I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're right.
Yeah.
I think depending on the nature of y'all's relationship, then you need to have a certain type of
Bro,
conversation.
if you went on 2 dates, whether you fucked or not, even if you didn't
What the fuck does that mean? We went on 2 days. What that mean?
Yeah, I don't think.
And-
I think the fucking is a
and-
big one for me at least.
and you went on 2 dates, and let's say you may not be invested, but her feelings are invested, right? You pull away, you don't know what you're doing to her. her feelings are still invested.
She has to communicate.
Now you ghosted her. Now she's like, maybe you don't know what insecurity she's coming with. Am I ugly? Am I fat? Am I not interested?
Is that my problem?
Is that not? That's
I'm not mad at you. I see where you're going though.
Not his responsibility.
Yeah, exactly. I see where you're going though, because I do care about that.
Yeah,
you picking up what I'm putting up,
but you're picking up what I'm putting down. But that's technically not my problem though. How you feel about that? That's a personal problem. That's like a self-esteem thing.
Have you ever been ghosted?
Maybe.
Nah, he hasn't.
Yeah, no.
You would know.
Yeah,
you would know when you've been ghosted.
Well, I've been dating for a long time, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You would know if you've been ghosted. Like,
sure, I've been ghosted. I've definitely been ghosted before.
And how did it make you feel? Like somebody that you thought was fire and they just disappeared?
You was not like, what the fuck just happened?
I just kind of, you understand. You know what I mean? It's you gotta listen to what people are not saying sometimes. Like it makes sense. It's like, okay, you're not interested anymore. You got something else going on. Like I understand what's happening.
It also gives that what's wrong with me that you had to ghost me.
No,
that person that ghosted you, were y'all vibing like heavy?
We were like,
and I like the pressure thing you said, by the way, the tears of the
yeah.
pressure.
I think vibing enough to the point where vibing enough for sure. But I'm just saying, like to me, it's common sense. If that person is not giving me their attention no more, the attention's somewhere else. And I can just accept that though, because at the end of the day, it ain't like we became best friends or we really became friends through this. It was like, yo, I was attracted to you, you was attracted to me, and we were having fun.
Yeah.
There's a desire to have fun. Like sometimes, like girls will say this all the time, I just want to go on a date. I'm not saying I want to marry the nigga, right?
That's a free meal.
Yeah.
We're not even that. Okay, maybe, sure. You know what I'm saying? But
I respect the woman who wants a free meal.
Or just hang out, regardless. I'm saying, like, people understand sometimes dating is, sometimes you date just to have fun.
Yeah.
I don't think I got to make a fucking dissertation like, hey, you know what? You're going to be hearing a lot less from me these days. You know what I mean?
No.
I think that would be worse.
Yeah.
That's what but that's what you're saying. Like,
I know.
Well,
again, my biggest thing is the whole ghosting after the fucking thing. That's just super.
So that's worse.
I think that's the worst
What if
thing.
you on 4 dates with somebody and didn't
What
fuck?
the fuck is okay, so this is the thing. What is casual dating then?
Casual.
Because in this city, I'm not from here. First and foremost, let me just set the
You've
table.
been here long enough.
Not been here long enough, but I'm gonna tell you something. I have the mentality of dating here. It's close. It's similar enough all around the world, but it's so different here, though.
How so?
A little faster.
The transactional shit here is crazy.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that people here is fucking is just normal.
It's because there's so many people.
That's a French fry.
That's why it's oh wow.
That's nothing to people in New York. You know what I
Say
mean?
it.
But that's the conditioning of
It's a French fry?
Yeah.
It's a French fry. It's nothing. So when I'm saying like, what is casual dating? Because when you casual date somebody, yo, I like you. You like
Okay,
me
so
too.
if you're casual, I'm not casual dating. I'm dating with intention. So
You've been
I'm
casual dating your whole life, though.
I don't know about
That's what I'm saying. You done told too many stories proving what I'm saying.
I don't know about that, Billy. Bill.
And this nigga too.
William. Whoa, I ain't put you in that fire.
This nigga too.
Everybody getting shot.
This nigga too. Like what I'm saying is y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, so y'all might not be. I should really ask women to be honest.
If I'm dating with intention, so like that's like the nigga I'm fucking with now.
Hold on. Hell no. Hell no.
Oh.
How many women have I had conversations with in this city? It's like, yo, I had sex with that guy. I wasn't expecting this nigga to tell me, oh, I'm moving to Mexico tomorrow. Probably never see me again. They don't expect that.
It depends on the realm. Because again, it's like if
context. Like I said, context matters.
Yeah, context matters. I think again, my experiences from with people, men, women, whatever, is typically right after fucking, is somehow the radio goes silent. That's where I see happening a lot. That I think that's whack.
Yeah.
Now, if it's in the sense into your question of what is casual dating, right? I think it's also assuming and understanding that when you are fucking, like that's a responsibility you're uptaking, like mental wise, health wise, like that could be a big thing. I don't think a lot of people are as good as doing casual sex as they think they are.
Oh, we could talk about that all day.
Yeah,
We could
like
talk about that. It's
people
a
are
myth.
not good. Yeah,
It's kind of a myth, actually.
There's a lot of like, there's certain people that can. I think men are a little better at it.
Very small percentage.
But
Oh yeah.
but there's
of
still
men-
a lot of dudes that are still like that fucks them up.
A bunch of men, a very small percentage of women actually enjoy casual dating. A very small percentage. And a lot of the women that are casual dating, they're doing it because they feel like they kind of got forced into it. You know what I mean? Because like,
just go out, just go meet people.
Yeah, they kind of got forced into it because it was like, well, I like this guy, but these guys, I'm like number 4, number 6 in his roster or whatever like that. I'm not getting no closer to the nigga.
And last time I was here, and I'm gonna say the same thing because that clip did well. Is them dating apps too? I don't trust those dating.
I don't
apps.
fuck with dating apps
because I think it goes to that point that it's like it makes dating a little less pressure of the dating, but then it makes it way more transactional because it's left, right. We meet now, We go there, okay, bye, and then that's it.
Yeah.
There's no responsibility of I met so and so from so and so, or I met so and so from this event that I knew so and so. So you're a little bit more conscious about it, about how you handle a person's feelings, like how you guys interact, where you might see them again, and that's really important.
I say now because I'm dating with intentions, and I don't
know if I believe that.
I am, but also I am.
You didn't want to pay for your side.
That's not dating with intention.
Exactly.
What does dating with intention mean to you?
Dating intention is, for me, is meeting somebody that I know I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. Like finding somebody that's compatible with me, and also making sure that we're like have the same interests of things and enjoying life together. And I can see you long term of let's build something as a unit together, right? That's why I'm going out there and looking for dates and seeing. You know, I'm into. You gotta look good as fuck though. I'm interested, but the dating, I guess. Dating casually is I'm not even the nigga that I told to come to my house. I wouldn't consider that dating.
You have a man. Are y'all open?
No.
Oh, so are you just openly like admitting that you're cheating?
I don't have a ring on my finger. I'm not cheating though. That's not my man.
Oh, I thought you
like no, I'm talking about man because I'm delusional.
Your man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
God, I'm sorry. I'm
Billyism.
Billyism. Yeah.
So that's not my man. I mean, until he say, well, let's say exclusive, then I'll cut everybody off.
Yeah.
But if you're not around and I need a certain need, then hey, no.
Ask one more.
The last question is, if your partner is doing something that really bothers you and falls under your non-negotiables, how long is too long for them to get it together and change before you decide the relationship isn't going to work?
Yikes. For a reason.
Like how long is too long, essentially? That's like, oh, they struggle with being ambitious. Maybe they telling you they're depressed, or maybe they telling you.
Which happens.
Who knows, right? They giving you an answer, and it's like, okay, I understand. How long are you willing to be understanding before you like, okay, this is too much?
I don't necessarily have a clocked time. Like it can't be like, well, it's June 21st.
But you know how long is
July 20. Yeah. I think you just feel it.
Yes.
So yeah, maybe like a month and change or something.
Oh, you do that?
And if are we talking about early relationship? Are we talking about like a year or 2 years in? Are we talking about later half? Because obviously my patience will grow.
Let's say
higher.
early.
Oh yeah, and it's not gonna be that long.
Yeah.
Especially now, I'm hearing y'all talk about this and stuff like that. Especially like of your seriousness of what you're looking for a partner, stuff like that. It reminds me that I'm not like looking for my forever person right now. That's not where I'm at. I'm not at that. Yeah, I'm not at that.
When do you think you're ready?
That changes everything.
I don't know. When I find them,
yeah,
it is what it is. Like that's I don't.
Yeah.
I feel like gracefully there are a lot of women in this world, and hopefully I'd find the one that is the most compatible with me, and vice versa, and that we are like a fucking team. Like that would be 100%. The best thing for me.
100%.
But I'm not rushing towards it. I think like I got so much other shit I care about that I want to do and I want to handle, and that goes into play with what I mentioned earlier. That kind of coming into terms of like, am I kind of rushing that idea of having a child because obviously I want to see my dad have a grandson, a granddaughter from my end. I
would say you definitely are, because you're not necessarily looking to be dating for wife, family per se. So at that point,
but patience, or in dealing with such a cause, not that long. Yeah, like a month and change, because it's just like like
I need to see progress.
If I think a solid relationship starts at the base. If your base isn't good,
come on,
and things will topple.
Come on,
and it's gonna topple from the bottom up.
Come on.
When you guys don't find the resolution to your conflicts early, or understand each other early, you're gonna find yourself in a big mess.
If I can, I want to double add on top of that. I agree with that. I think a lot of the time when you're dating, you see people having certain traits and attributes that you feel like is kinda like, what's going on there, right? It raises your antenna. I think you should date people based off of where they are, for the most part only, bro. Not based off of like where you think they could be. Like you see somebody struggling with a thing, they didn't just start struggling with that. You just started dating them and you're finding out about that struggle, but that struggle has been around because that's who they are. That's who they are. And you can save yourself a lot of trouble. Listen, you want somebody with ambition? What would be more worth my time? Trying to inspire somebody to be ambitious, or finding somebody who already there? What's the better investment of energy? Because you invest in energy. You got two guys in your situation. Somebody is lazy, somebody already there. I can pipe this person up and inspire them, or I could just
You're Christ Almighty. Pipe this person.
I could pipe them up. You know what I'm saying?
Holy shit!
Whoa.
Oh my God! Pipe them up is an like fucking.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, I'm sorry. That's all I was like.
I can amp them up. I can pour into
okay.
them,
Yeah.
Oh,
or I could wait and conserve my energy because that's gonna cost you a lot to be pouring into something you realize there's a hole in the bottom of that cup. You know what I mean? Or you can just wait to pour into the right person, and then it's like, damn, they want shit like I want shit. Then we a fucking team.
so how much time? Early stage.
Early stage?
Give 2 weeks.
No. Actually, I'm probably giving you 2
2
long.
days. Oh,
Probably too long. I'm gonna give you 3-4 months.
I respect that.
I think I'm longer than that. I think I do it until I snap.
No.
That's not good though.
No,
It's not.
I'm not
It's
doing
not
it.
healthy.
Because I have my problem.
It's
don't
men-
wanna- I
it's
don't
men's
wanna
mental health month.
Yeah.
if this releases during that time.
I think that I find the potential. I try to find the potential, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
So, and I give everybody grace because it's like, okay, I learned money changes a lot for people, right? So, and I say that, let's say the lack of ambitions, it might be hard for you to follow your dreams if you live in check to check to be able to get the tools that you need to follow your dreams. So let's say you want to be a podcaster, right? You want to need a laptop because you're gonna need to edit. You're gonna need a studio or mic or equipment. All that costs money, right? So,
Oh, you're shaking your head left and right.
because I'm like, he probably saying go buy one of those things that you put in your shirt.
Do whatever you got to do.
Do it.
Yeah, you can make your own version of a podcast or just a show.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, I mean, things cost money, so it does bring a little bit of ease.
Use your
But
creativity.
also, as long as I see you trying to make an effort.
That's what it's all
towards it,
about, bro.
Yeah.
That's what it's all
right?
about.
But the things that, like, if I stay in a situation too long where it's like, I'm asking you to pour into me.
Yeah.
Before, like my last relationship, I stayed for so long. But I think if I'm asking you to pour into me, after a while, I'm just going to leave. I have this thing where I used to say, play your role or lose your position. Or also,
That's real shit.
a shoulder to cry on is a dick to ride on.
How does that apply?
Oh, I don't know.
It does know.
that. We were doing good.
It does apply because if you not pouring into me, someone else gonna pour inside of me. Pour into me. I mean,
Whoa.
I mean,
that
Happy
was
Pride, everybody.
crazy.
yeah, happy Friday.
Happy Pride.
You got time for one more question?
Absolutely, yeah.
One more.
We do.
One more?
Because he's going to run away from the fucking outline. What the fuck?
Nigga, I
Was
just
that not
told
part of
you.
the outline?
These are questions that are part of the outline.
Outline.
We
But
didn't,
we was
we didn't touch the
chatting.
outline
Oh,
at
with
all.
the early stuff.
Yeah,
He
the
was
whole
too-
hour we didn't
He
touch
was
the
too
outline.
concentrated on Tahoe's cum on his face.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so if you're out at an event and you're vibing with a girl, but right before you get her number, you find out she slept with 2 other guys that you just met the same night. Would that change the way you feel about her, or would you still get her number?
I'm cool. I don't care.
I mean, you already
Yeah.
know how I feel.
Which is, would you still get the number?
Probably not.
I'd still get the number. They're both in the same. See, that's the thing. It's like, is this event, like, let's say this is like their event,
Mm-hmm.
and then you be going to their events, but then I'm gonna keep my mouth fucking shut.
Nah, shit, speak it.
No,
speak
it's just this.
Speak it.
When it comes to nightlife, that's on a very common thing,
It is.
you know, and it's
Mhm.
about who wants to deal with that and how much of your stuff is known, and that's where I care more. It's the privacy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if I don't know that or I find out after the fact,
Mhm.
I'm like, whatever, it is what it is. But if I'm already hearing about it, I'd hate the idea that unfortunately your mess is being circulated around.
That's why I'm not getting the number, because I feel like you need to be a little bit more tasteful about
Who?
not eating, not shit. What is it? Eating where you,
Not
Shit
eating
eat.
where you shit.
whatever. However that saying
Yeah.
goes, I think that, like, because to me, I think it moves like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna make sure if I'm dealing with somebody, the chances of them like being in these other circles is very limited.
It's tough because for me, I work in a lot of these circles in
For sure.
life and stuff. So it's like I try to be very cautious of what or who I'm speaking to, because that might be someone's ex-girlfriend
Mhm.
or their ex-fling, and then people take that personally. And,
But two niggas and you just met them though?
and how I just found out.
That's a good question.
Well, that's part of your question. How I found out.
Niggas talk.
No, like someone came up
Oh.
to me and be like, "Yo, First of all, if someone comes up to me and goes, "Watch out."
What did she tell you? She like, oh, my ex is
That's
here.
not a first date conversation.
No, what are they saying? My ex is such and such. Would you be like,
Depends on the person.
Wait, Wolf is okay with people dating his exes. Are you okay with people dating your friends dating your ex?
My friends?
Yeah.
No. Even though, funny enough, me and my boy, shout out to Hector, we're Eskimo brothers with an ex of mine. But that was because me and her dated in college.
Mhm.
Okay.
Me and him weren't cool at that. Like we just didn't.
Oh, that
we weren't cool. And then they fucked and whatever. And then we got cool. But it's like whatever.
Yeah,
I don't care. That's not.
Mhm.
That don't bother me. Now, like if they did an ex of mine, no, that's not cool for me. Like why would you do that?
Mhm.
I have this thing. The gay world is so small. Even though I don't be.
Y'all be
in it.
fucking each other like a lot.
Damn. Yeah.
From as far as I know, and my gay friends, I'll be fucking a lot. I respect it though. It is what it is. As long as y'all say
It's just a coincidence. I'd be so tight.
it ain't
when
no
I'd be
coincidence.
Like, no, it is because I'd be so tight when the nigga be like my recent ex, right? He told me he fucked 2 people, right? Because there's always that conversation where you're transparent. Did you ever do this? Did you ever do this? And he was like, yeah, fuck. And it was like, damn, nigga, I fucked them too. It was like, damn, you cheating on me with niggas I fucked with, and now I gotta block them.
Hilarious.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's like
fucking
I
funny.
can't even look at their face. And then the other day, yesterday actually, Instagram's put it as people you may know, and I'm just like, fuck.
You cheated on me with niggas that I fucked?
But he didn't know.
Crazy.
He didn't know I fucked them.
Easy.
So
That's tough.
So what are you doing
That's
if you're at the function?
What the fuck?
But that's what I'm wondering, right? That's what I'm wondering. I'm like, how do you find this out? Like,
so listen,
it's about how I find this out. Because if I'm finding this out because I just spoke to you, and for some reason, because people are weird.
Yeah.
Someone comes up to me and tells me about whatever you've dealt with before, I'd be like, damn, that fucking sucks. But to your point, I wouldn't want to insert myself into this whole scandal because of all that.
But let's say I'm at the yeah.
I'm sorry. Can I give you an example? So I got an example. So one time I was at a function and this girl that I was kind of talking to lightly, we was vibing. Seen her
I
at
gotta
one
see the hand motion on YouTube.
Yeah.
Seen her at one party. Then we was like, okay, we gonna meet this party in a couple days to see you there. So I'm at the party, right? And I hadn't seen her yet, but I'm vibing with this dude here. I'm like, oh, what you doing here? We talking. Then out of nowhere, the girl that I was talking to, her best friend comes over to where we at. She's like, oh, what are y'all talking about? And I was like, nothing, just chilling. You know what I mean? Just
Ain't nothing.
Just met the nigga. And then it took me a minute to put 2 and 2 together. It was like, oh, no, he was telling me, oh yeah, like my girlfriend comes to these parties. I was like, who's your girlfriend? And it was the girl that I was talking to. This is a true story. And it was the girl that I was talking to. And then it was just like, oh, fuck. And now and then that's when the best friend came over. Like, what are y'all talking about? And it was like, she was like making sure that I wasn't blowing up the spot. I just found out that, you got a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, that was her boyfriend.
Yeah.
That's different. If that was the ex, then I wouldn't care. I would still talk to you.
Well, I'm just saying, like, in a situation like that, I backed off from her completely after that.
I've definitely found out things like that before too.
Yeah.
In certain functions.
I backed off completely.
Younger me
Yeah,
wouldn't
you
care.
gotta-
I'd be like, okay.
I mean, I'm not saying nothing. I'm just cool. Now I know this.
Yeah.
And that's a good way to find out, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And now you just
But if you just want to crack, that's
Get at 'em.
different.
But well, for me, it's like, damn, you lying out here. That's the scary
But are you trying to be serious with her?
A lie is a lie to me. I don't think lying shows me that you might be.
You could lie to me and lie on your back.
I just want you to be a quality person, regardless of the nature of our
I don't know if
relationship.
Billy's just gay or he's horny as hell.
Both.
I think it's both, right?
No.
Illegally,
It could be true.
illegally so.
Illegally so?
Illegally so.
Wait, what?
Yeah, illegally horny for sure.
Yo, but no. I want to say thank you guys for both coming. Of course.
That's probably not the first time you said that. Oh, all right. That's all I got. My dad joke with me.
Because it's definitely not the first time I said that. I would like to thank you guys for both being guests on this show.
Hell yeah. Thank you. Thank you for having me. For real.
And I have a great time, and y'all both inspire me in this content creation world. And if you want to find Wolf, where can they find Wolf?
You can find me at the Halfway Up podcast, or you can follow me at _Wolf Taylor. Yeah, that's it. I could go on a long thing, but that's fine.
Then you got the podcast producer of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that.
For sure.
I like that credit though. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Everything. Thank you, Eddin. Check me out. Check out my page to see where I'm DJing on next. So
Yeah, you know, and to help you find him, our logos look just alike.
Just alike.
Guys, make sure you buy your tickets to the live show August 24th. Buy your tickets to the live show. It's going to be, every year it's going to be bigger and better, but this year is really going to be bigger and better. Like from the opening act to the production of it all to the things that I have like that's in my head, that's all coming onto paper. Please buy your ticket. And if you buy your ticket for the VIP, we're going to do meet and greet the right way, take the pictures, we vibe and everything, but you get limited edition live show merch, okay?
Whoa.
And the t-shirts is so fire. Like, I can't wait to wear them myself.
Has a logo on it?
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. So
I'm going to hand out my stickers in that.
Bro.
Yo.
I'm going to hand out my stickers at this shit.
Put the camera on his logo, y'all.
Yeah, put it on my fucking logo that looks very similarly somehow now to all his shit. You just somehow
Stole your brand.
have the whole right. Dead ass.
Branding gang.
You get the point. You get the point.
But the difference is between the person that stole my thing, at least I went up to Eddin and said, hey, I stole.
I remember. I was there.
Yeah, he
was there when y'all did
told me after the fact.
After the fact.
That was the funniest thing to me because in my head, I'm like, I don't know. I was just kind of like, all right.
We all in different lanes. With your logo is like more on the what is your brand actually?
Yeah, it's just my brand in general.
Damn, you were.
But sometimes you're gonna have to have.
Eddin,
Sometimes you're gonna have to have the copies. It'd be like that sometimes.
I owe you.
I'm gonna trademark the fuck out of that. Which technically I can't. But does this look similar?
Yeah.
Well,
You have stickers?
no.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, dog. Niggas gonna be confused as fuck.
They be like, but that looks.
No, but thank you y'all for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you tune in to Patreon. Later.
Peace.